let me ask you this, because I remember when I got the diagnosis and I was hearing, let me say, the external manifestations of the experience, like how whatever this miasma going on inside me was impacting the complexion of my external universe, right? Not struggle holding a job, struggling with friendships,
Yeah.
but which was all very I don't know, confirming. I wouldn't want to say validating, but it was good to know that I wasn't the only one that was in that struggle, and that something inside me could have such a profound impact on the way my whole life arranged. Was remarkable to finally see other people with those same sort of system sets, problem system sets. But I still have needed to understand how the inside of me was playing in a way to produce that outcome. I'm curious where you're at with that. Have you figured, like, I wouldn't say have you figured that out, but are you on a path to understanding that? Are you working with people who are helping you? How can you articulate what's your inner world like now? And
Wow. Um, I think it's a very complicated inner world, to be honest with you. Very complicated. There are days when I really feel like I'm going to kill it. I'm going to be on top of this world. I want to be really famous. I can do something really great. I felt like that just yesterday. It's like, you know what? I want to win the next Booker Prize. I'm a writer. So it's like, I am capable of that. Today, I'm feeling like crap. Like, I don't think I'm capable of that. And I think the main problem with my inner world is that I get very easily affected by others' opinions.
Can I ask you one question inserted between those two things? When you have the feeling of, I'm going to be a great writer, are you then sitting down and writing? Or what happens when you sit down and write?
When I sit down, I end up deleting a lot of the stuff that I write. It takes a lot for me to actually like what I put out there.
Do you write and then delete? Or do you not even write? You write and delete.
Write, delete. I mean, I must have written like thousands and thousands of pages over the years, and I've lost so many things that I've written just because I didn't like that anymore. And
have you ever tried not deleting and just sitting and tolerating the mediocrity of it? Have you done that?
Yeah.
And
it takes others to get me to do that, but yeah.
And what happens when you do that?
I think over time I actually see that it's good at times. Yeah.
I asked that because one of the things that I remember being taught when I was in treatment about a lot of stuff, but was emotionally avoidant behaviors.
Yeah.
And that I often think about that with regard to work-related activities, where I used to, I still have dreams of grandeur, but or greatness, but less so. And I am more focused on engaging the process and the struggles involved in the process, which are usually like my ability to tolerate my mediocrity. Maybe I am mediocre. Maybe I'll get better. Do I enjoy it? Like, can I get in the flow of it? And so the reason I ask that is because it's like an emotional avoidance strategy. And so I was curious, the deleting and not tolerating the feeling of, maybe it's good, maybe it's okay, maybe it doesn't look like Flaubert, yet. But have you worked with people to address those strategies?
Yeah.
And where are you at? Like, where are you at with that? Have you?
Not self-promoting myself here, but I mean, thanks to my family and my husband, They preserved quite a few of my works, which were actually good. And when I look back at that, I realized it's not all that bad. And I sat with quite a few of my poems for a while. I reworked on them, tightened them up a little bit. And I mean, now I have two books that I'm ready to publish. So, yeah, that's quite something. I don't know how great it's going to be or not, but I also realized with the help of family and friends that it's about time that I put myself out there instead of being in my own shell. So I started doing a lot of readings as well. It took a lot of courage because I really had a lot of fear of being on stage. So
Mhm.
with a
Wow.
lot of help, I could conquer that and actually go up and read a lot of my works.
What are they, memoirs? Are they fiction? Are they not? What are they? The books? That's
Um,
remarkable.
so it's basically just one book is actually about, interestingly, what goes on in the mind of somebody who has BPD. So
Hmm.
I've actually written a lot of poems. There are about 27 poems covering a lot of aspects of BPD and how I felt during a lot of different times in my life, what somebody with BPD falling in love feels like. It's really
Mm.
intense. Yeah. About sexual assault and what that feels like, about the delusions that somebody with BPD ends up experiences, the sense of grandeur, um, also being hurt, and a lot of it. So, yeah, one of them is about that. The other is just a very random collection of poems. But yeah, that's where I'm at.